So there's a new AI tool that's quietly doing what people thought only massive systems like Perplexity Comet or OpenAI's Atlas could pull off, except it's doing it better. It's called Abacus AI Deep Agent, and it just got a major new feature, browser use, but not the kind you've seen before. This one can actually schedule its own actions. It opens a browser, runs through tasks, clicks where it needs to, finishes the job, and sends the results all automatically at the exact time you set. That ability to control and schedule real browser activity is what puts Deep Agent in a different league. So, let's start with the basics. Abacus AI Deep Agent is part of the chatllm ecosystem from Abacus AI. What they've done here is merge general reasoning, browser control, and scheduling into one system. So instead of just asking an AI to summarize a web page, you can have it perform actions directly on that web page automatically. For example, you can ask it to find business leads on LinkedIn, and it'll literally open LinkedIn search based on your criteria and start gathering leads while you sit back. It can even draft personalized outreach emails for every contact it finds. And if you want, you can schedule that task to repeat every morning at 9 a.m. That's not a metaphor. It actually wakes up at 9 a.m., runs in a browser, completes the task, and emails you the finished file. That kind of automation is what makes this unique. Other AI browsers like Comet and Atlas can process queries and browse in real time, but they can't operate on a schedule or execute recurring browser tasks. This one does both. You can have it check your website every morning for errors, test your login systems, download invoices, apply for jobs, scrape data, or even post updates on X, all without touching your keyboard. And the workflow is straightforward. Once you're logged into your Abacus AI dashboard, you go to the Tasks section, click New Task, choose a Deep Agent task, and toggle on browser use. Then you describe exactly what you want it to do. Let's say you run a small e-commerce brand that sells handmade watches. Well, you could tell it. Find 10 to 15 websites and blogs that cover luxury accessories, collect their contact details, and write a short outreach email for collaboration. Within moments, Deep Agent gets to work opening a browser, jumping between sites, checking relevance, and pulling verified contacts into a structured list. While it's at it, it writes a few sample outreach messages tailored to each site's tone. By the time you check back, you've got a clean spreadsheet with leads, email templates, and a ready-to-run automation you can schedule to repeat whenever you want. And here's where it becomes a real productivity multiplier. You can tell Deep Agent to run that exact same browser workflow daily. Once it's set, it automatically repeats, bringing you new leads at the same time every day. No logging in, no prompts, no reminders, just results showing up like clockwork. That's something even Atlas and Comet can't do. Another powerful example is automated job applications. You upload your resume into Deep Agent, connect a Google Sheet that lists the job URLs you're interested in, and tell it to start applying one by one. You can include specific instructions like skipping CAPTCHAs or logging any issues for manual review. Deep Agent will open each job listing, fill out the forms, answer the screening questions, and update your sheet with every submission, including company name, row title, posting date, salary range, and current status. You can even have it run hourly, so it applies to new jobs as soon as they appear. And it's not just text-based tasks. The new browser use feature means it can interact with real websites the same way you would navigating multiple steps, downloading files, even verifying data. So if you run an online business, you can have it test your website's features automatically. For example, you can instruct it to log into your dashboard every Friday, check if the order history is updating correctly, confirm that all invoice downloads work, and email you a report at 300 p.m. Pacific. It will literally do that, including taking screenshots and validating whether the correct files downloaded successfully. Each of these browser automations becomes part of your Deep Agent dashboard where you can see the entire schedule. You can make tasks recur daily, weekly, or monthly. You can chain them so one triggers after another. You can even instruct it to run analytics after completing a process like checking the traffic of your YouTube channel, generating a playlist from higher-forming videos, and summarizing key insights in a report. And because this all runs under Abacus AI's chatllm system, you're not just limited to one AI model. You can switch between Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, or Grok, depending on which one performs best for the type of task. Everything is unified inside one chat interface, so you don't have to pay for multiple subscriptions or jump between tabs. Now, the Deep Agent ecosystem keeps expanding. One of the latest additions is the Deep Agent Listener, a desktop companion that records and transcribes live meetings, interviews, and even videos in real time. It's context-aware, so it can answer questions about what's on your screen, or summarize what's being said in a meeting as it happens. It can read your Google Docs, emails, or dashboards and give you quick insights or follow-up actions. And it's all integrated with Slack, CRM, and project management tools. And when paired with the Deep Agent itself, it becomes even more powerful. Let's say you're building a SaaS product. The coding agent can generate the backend in Python or JavaScript, integrate Stripe as a payment gateway, and create a working web app while the listener simultaneously documents the process or transcribes your spoken notes into development tasks. You can even ask it to vibe code an entire app from scratch, meaning it writes, tests, and polishes the code autonomously. The design behind this is to create a true all-in-one generalist agent, something that can reason, act, build, and automate continuously. Abacus AI Deep Agent can create polished presentations, write full reports over 20 pages long, or build full-stack applications. But what's special here isn't just intelligence, it's autonomy. Once you define a workflow, it runs like an AI employee that never stops. For instance, you could have it handle invoice management. You provide login details for your billing portal. Tell it to download all invoices for the current month, extract key details into a Google Sheet, and email you the summary every morning at 10 a.m. It performs the login, downloads the files, parses the information, creates a formatted spreadsheet, and sends it directly to your inbox. Every step that would normally take 30 to 60 minutes per day now happens automatically thanks to browser use. And it's actually fully visual. You can literally watch the AI move your cursor, click buttons, and interact with the web like a person would. It follows instructions precisely, records results, and creates structured reports with clear summaries of what was completed. It even attaches the files directly to the email, so you have documentation of every task. And here's where this gets even more interesting. Abacus AI actually runs weekly competitions for Deep Agent users, where you can showcase your human-AI collaboration skills and win up to $2,500. They encourage creative automation workflows. People have built everything from AI-managed social accounts to autonomous research assistants that gather data and post summaries daily. It's part of how they're building a community around agentic workflows, not just another AI tool. The pricing is straightforward, $10 a month for the basic tier, which gives you full access to Deep Agent browser use, scheduling, and chatllm integration. For most people, automating even a single daily task at that price already pays for itself in save time. And for power users, it scales easily with additional credits. When you look at how this stacks up against the competition, the gap becomes clear. Perplexity Comet can browse, but it's passive. It needs you to prompt it every time. OpenAI's Atlas is fast, but it still can't schedule tasks or perform persistent browser actions. Deep Agent combines both and adds real-world automation. There's also a technical edge to how it handles reasoning. Deep Agent leverages a hybrid architecture inside chatllm, a combination of reasoning modules and browser control APIs. This means it can interpret your prompt, plan multi-step actions, and execute them using a virtualized Chromium environment, maintaining full session state. So, if you log into a site once, it remembers that for future runs. It's persistent, secure, and auditable. It supports multiple languages for both prompts and browser interactions, so it can handle regional workflows like managing invoices from multilingual portals or applying to international job listings. Even the performance side is impressive. Abacus AI claims Deep Agent completes standard browser tasks up to twice as fast as Comet or Atlas, due to optimized latency between reasoning and execution steps. In real demos, you can see it generating 15 qualified leads in under a minute, writing custom emails, and scheduling follow-ups automatically. All of this makes Abacus AI Deep Agent one of the most practical AI tools right now. It bridges the gap between reasoning and real-world action, something that's been missing in the current generation of AI agents. So, if you've been waiting for an AI that actually performs, this is it. You can check it out at Deep Agent Abacus AI and start building your own browser automations. Alright, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.